Inshallah.
Africa, say it louder.
Say inshallah. Salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
United we stand, divided we fall. All we need is freedom. All we need is love. Free Africans free. Free Africans free.
Be free, be free, free from slavery.
Free.
Be free, be free, free from slavery.
Free.
Free yourself from mental slavery.
Free.
Free yourself from mental slavery.
Free.
Free yourself from mental slavery.
Free.
Be free, be free, free from slavery. Be free, be free, free from slavery. Yeah.
We're here to speak the word. We're here to stop the war. We're here to speak the word. We're here to stop the war. We're here to speak the word. We're here to stop the war.
Salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Salam.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you tune in today. This is Concerned Citizen of South Sudan is live. It is April 30th, 2023. We are all aware that what had happened in Sudan, the crises that are taking place right now, and it has affected many citizens, including South Sudanese citizens who are residing in Sudan. So with that, South Sudanese in diaspora created South Sudanese humanitarian mission to rescue our people in Sudanese capital, Khartoum, by using all means of transportation, assisting one another, paying whatever they can pay to do this mission. With that, today, I will be joined here by, guests, Dr. Akwat Didut, and also Ambassador Suleiman Dandara, to help us more and give us more messages and how we can contribute and how we can help our people rescue them from the situation they are in right now. I'm also be joined a little bit later by some South Sudanese who are really concerned about these issues by the clubhouse. We are going to have Ustaz Dengdid Ayog, chairman of UCC, and Ustaz O'Reilly, and other South Sudanese actually who want to support this mission. And also, of course, it is very, very important mission that we can galvanize together and help and get our people from out of these issues. The mission actually is under theme, together we can rescue our people. معا لننقذ مواطنيننا من السودان. With that, I would like to welcome my guest on the studio, Dr. Akwat. Welcome to Concerned Citizen of South Sudan. Ambassador Suleiman Dandara. Welcome to Concerned Citizen of South Sudan. I would like to start with you, Dr. Akwat. I know you are in the heart of this mission, and I want you to tell our viewers, before you are sending your message for people to contribute, what triggered you actually to be on the heart of this program to help South Sudanese to get out from the crisis they are in right now in Sudan? Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Jonker. Hello, Ambassador, and to our viewers who are watching us from different parts of the world, because you are all concerned citizens of South Sudan. What has happened to our people in Sudan is something that I have gone through. When I read about the initiative that was started in Juba called Citizens Call for Emergency Evacuation of South Sudanese who were trapped in Sudan's war. I became interested because I was born during the war. I grew up during the war. And in 2013, I was in Juba. I had moved to Juba with my children, and I was working in Juba Military Hospital. I was very happy to be home after being away for so many years, 13 years to be exact.
Yes.
When I was working in Sudan, I was happy. I was home. I was in my country. But then that happiness was short-lived. The war started. We were trapped in the house with my children, 4 children. My husband was not in Sudan at that time. And it was heartbreaking because my kids were all born in America. They had never heard guns. I was terrified for what will happen to my kids because I did not know bullets can come flying. And even if any of us were to be injured, how do we go out? The roads were blocked. Military was outside fighting. But the difference is, because we are American citizens, I am a South Sudanese American, the American embassy or the State Department called for the citizens on the 4th day, on the 5th day, to go to the airport. And we went to the airport with my children, and we were evacuated to Kenya, and then from Kenya back to America, and I was a refugee again. Because I had been in the situation of war, the same situation our people are in today in Khartoum. I feel for mothers because I was helpless. I was scared that we were going to die with my children. I was scared my children were going to be injured and they will not get help. So I decided immediately to ask, how can I get in touch with the group who is helping the initiative of bringing people back from Khartoum? I immediately called and I was put in touch with the finance person. And from there, I joined a WhatsApp group and I was able to speak with Mr. Akwaj Akwe, who is spearheading this initiative of bringing people from Khartoum. Now, people might wonder, why are you bringing people back? But to me, as somebody who is or who had been in a place that had war, I will choose safety first before I will think of anything else. I will want my children to be safe. I will want my mother to be safe. I will want my disabled child to be safe. I will want my grandfather to be safe. And that is why when this initiative was started, I said, I will be part of it. I am in the United States, and so are so many of you who are in diaspora. You have a role to play. This evacuation is not forcing people to do it. It is a voluntary evacuation. For some people, they might think, why are we forcing people? Nobody is forcing anybody. The people who have called us and who have come because they want to go to safety are the people that we put in the lorries and we take them to Rung, to Falloj, to Rung, or even to Rabak. Our mission right now is just to take people to safety, to a safe place. We are also here to raise awareness, to let people know what they can do. Where are the buses? Stay inside if there is war still going on outside. Few days ago, my niece was also trapped. She had tried to go all the way in a bus, all the way to Jabalaulia. But after the ceasefire, the war started again in Jabalaulia area. So she was sent back home. The driver dropped her in the house in Fitihab, and immediately the bullets started firing. So these are the situation of our people. They need our help. You have a big role to play. I am doing this because that is the right thing to do. I am doing this because I have been in the same situation. I am doing this because I want my fellow citizens to be safe. What can you do as a South Sudanese fellow? You can donate. Are there challenges? Yes, there are a few challenges. The money we are getting is not enough. There is a GoFundMe. We as a group in diaspora also, and Ambassador Dandra will speak more about it. We have also formed an initiative because the people back home cannot do it alone by themselves. And it is our duty as fellow citizens who care for our people to contribute, to donate. You can donate water if you are in Sudan. You can donate money so that we can buy tents. You can donate money so we can buy food. Yes, the little that has been brought, the people that we help all the way to Rabak and Rung, there are schools that have been opened. Mr. Deng Ajak opened his school. The group that left day before yesterday, University of Upper Nile, has been opened so that those people will stay in. There are other people who took buses by themselves who are able to. But some have gone to stay with relatives, some have gone to stay in other areas. And that is where you come in as a fellow citizen. I want you, instead of saying why this is done wrong, I want you to take the initiative and say, I am going to donate $100 so that people can drink water. I am going to volunteer my time, if I'm a doctor, to check the blood pressure of the people who are there. Remember, when you run from war, you don't take your stuff. You just run for your life. And because you're running for your life, there are people with diabetes, with hypertension, who did not run with their medication. What will happen to them? Of course, they will die if nobody takes care. I want us to do the same initiative like our counterpart, the doctors in the north. They formed a WhatsApp group and they started informing people that we have insulin if you are diabetic. This is the phone number. Call it and come and get it, or we will drop it to you. There are some medications here for hypertension. Please come and pick it up from this area. Today I saw there was somebody who donated water, and that is what we want. People are thirsty. We don't want outbreak of diseases. And you know from history, from time to time, there has been cases of diarrheal diseases, poor sanitation, and all that. And that is where you come in. You can donate water. Mothers in the Rung and Foloj area, you can do our famous Medida Bedakwa. Can help people. Somebody who has been traveling the whole morning and has not eaten, your part will be to bring a glass of milk for that small child. You can bring something, some food. In Khartoum before, if anything happens during morning, the neighbors all cook. Now I'm appealing to all the South Sudanese. This is our time to come together as one, to be united, so that we can help the people who are in need. When I was stranded in the house for 4 days, Farooq Abdullah, a very good friend of mine, when he came to visit us, he brought cookies and he brought dates. Ya Jamaa, those dates, balah, is what I was washing and giving to my kids. There was lantern and rice. We don't want fancy foods. You can come and say, Akwaj, here, I'm donating a sack of rice. I'm donating a sack of janjaro. I'm donating oil. I'm donating ground peanut butter. We know these are all high-calorie foods that can sustain people for that particular time. I want you to spread the word. If there is a GoFundMe you see, put it on your page. Share it. Let people know about it. Let people donate. Our people are dying. And if they are dying, if they have been saved from the bullet, it is your turn now to save them by giving them food. Why would you let your brother die from hunger? Why would you let your brother die from thirst? Why would you let your brother die from diseases when you have the power to be that doctor there? You can volunteer your time. You can contribute. Any amount is okay. I always say $1 million is a couple of dollars put together to become $1 million. So if you give 5, if you give 10, if you give 20, it can all come up to become that $1 million that we need to save our fellow brothers, our fellow South Sudanese. A few days ago, I spoke with somebody who is with us here in Dallas. He had a sister who was in Khartoum for dialysis because she had renal failure. When the war happened, we all know the hospitals were closed for some time. She ran to Rabak and Rung, and when I called him the day we were supposed to have a low relieving, he said, "Akwad, I thank God my sister has come to Juba, but her whole body was swollen because she has not had any dialysis for over a week." This is one of the stories of people suffering because they are sick. The same thing with people with diabetes. You might have heard some people have died, but instead of blaming it, why did they die? Ask yourself, what did I do? I will pass the mic to you, Mr. Jonkor. If you have more questions, I will answer. Thank you.
Well, this is so phenomenal, Dr. Akwad, for a medical doctor, who is really concerned about the well-being of South Sudanese who are trapped in Sudanese capital Khartoum or surrounding area in Sudan, to help. I understand we must, be human, and humanity always is first. And humanity does not have any differences. We cannot say those who live there, somebody else should take care of them. I really, really appreciate, you're courageous and outstanding, to help people of South Sudan to get out of this. Indeed, as you said, there is a GoFundMe actually has been set up here, and it is below the screen there. They can click and donate whatever they can donate. As you said, $1, $10, $50, $100, and more, because I know that there's so many, they have donated a lot of money. I remember last night, Sister Antoinette, she donated $500 because this is how she felt. She wanted to help. Really, she wanted to help. So this initiative, it doesn't matter if you are from the government support or you are in a position. At the end of the day, we care about our people. We care about South Sudanese who are really in dire need at this critical time. So thank you. I will come back to you. But with that, I wanted to go to Ambassador Suleiman Dandara. Ahlan bek, Sayyid Safir, Ambassador, في البرنامج. وانا دايرك يعني تساعد ناسنا وتكلمنا عن an initiative and ممكن احنا نعمله collectively، لان this collective responsibility that we wanted to help our people. نساعد ناسنا كيف بهذا القدر. ورينا الاستراكشر والطريقه ذات انتوا ان احنا وصلنا فيها. ده مسؤوليه كل زول زي ما بنقول، يعني ده ما مسؤوليه chairman دندرا ودكتور اكواد ولا جون كورمايور others. ده يعني كارثه يتطلب جهود مننا كمواطنون السودان الجنوبي في دياسبرا، في مهجر ولا جوا، اي زول عنده قرش، الوقوف سويا من اجل انقاذ هذا الوضع. سليمان دندرة تفضل.
اول حاجه جونكور، خليني احييك على انك تستضيفتنا في كونسين سيتيزن، وخليني احيي اي زول موجود قاعد يسمعنا وقاعد يتابعنا، وخليني احيي اي مواطن جنوبي عايش على وش الارض، ونترحم على الناس اللي ماتوا في السودان، ونتمنى انه السودان يحصل فيه السلام بسرعه. ثانيا خلينا نوجه التحيه بتاعي لدكتوره اكوات. انا فخور جدا بها، يعني فخر كبير، لانه هي واحده من التيم بتاعي اللي احنا شغالين مع بعض، وهي انا بعتبرها هي جوكر، بتشتغل لنا اي حاجه. جوكر ده من الجواكر اللي في التيم، بتخطه في اي محل بيشتغل لك الاداء يعني. وهشوف قدامك هي هسه في الاعلام بتأدي باحترافيه ما سهل. انا فجأة لقيت نفسي الناس كلفوني، جيت في غرفه كان الناس بتتكلم على اساس انه كيف ننقذ ناسنا في الخرطوم. فخشيت برضو عشان اشجع الناس على اساس يا جماعه لازم ننقذ الناس. قالوا لي طالما انت جيت هنا بس انت ذاتك تكون رئيس المبادره. يا جماعه انا جيت بس اشجع معاكم. لا، قالوا لي لا، اصلا التشجيع ما في حاجه اسمه التشجيع، مبادره ده ذاته انت تكون رئيس له. فقلت خلاص، المبادره بتاعتنا ده اسمه يعني ساوث سودان ميشن، ساوث سودان هيومانيتيريان ميشن، اللي هو مبادره جنوب السودان الانسانيه، تحت شعار شنو؟ المواطن الجنوبي غالي ومسؤوليته في رقبه كله جنوبي. احنا الدياسبرا ليه حاسين انه المواطن الجنوبي ده مسؤوليه؟ جنكر المواطن الجنوبي ده فانيانيوان المواطن الجنوبي او حارب،
نعم،
شال المسؤوليه بتاعت انه يحرر اهله بدون ما يدوا قرش ولا تعريفه. ناس ماتت واسر تشردت في حركه شعبيه. المواطن الجنوبي او حارب وقدر، والمواطن الجنوبي هو صوت في الصندوق بتاعت الانفصال، فصلنا الجنوب. يقبل المواطن الجنوبي ده مواطن غالي جدا جدا يا جنكر. المفروض ان احنا لما يحصل له اي حاجه كلنا ننتفض نمشي نجيب في ظهره. بعدين في العالم يا جنكر، انت زول في اوروبا، في العالم الكوارث لما تحصل ما الحكومه دي بتحل الكوارث، بتجيب بس للكوارث. حتى في يعني شوف زلزال بتاع تركيا، لاحظ زلزال تركيا الناس كلها شاركت. اليابانيين شاركوا، حتى في عندهم تيم متخصص بتاع فيران بيشيلوا كاميرا في ظهرهم جو بدون، وده ما تيم حكومي، ده تيم سيفيليان بالمناسبه. ان احنا الدياسبرا ان احنا ما سهلين يا جنكر. ان احنا في زمن الحركه الشعبيه ان احنا الجبهه السابعه. دكتور جون سمانا الجبهه السابعه. يعني ان احنا النضال بتاعنا في الحركه الشعبيه عندنا كان 6 جبهات: استوائيه، آل النيل، بحر الغزال، جبال النوبه، شرق السودان، واسم شنو، والنيل الازرق. ده 6. والجبهه السابعه الدياسبرا. احنا عندنا مسؤوليه كبيره يا جنكر، ممكن نعديه ننقذ بها اهلنا. يعني في الفتره اللي فاتت البسيط ده في تيم، في رئيس على الارض بتاع التيم ده شغال اسمه كوتش. قدرنا نطلع 4 عربات حسه مشوا. امبارح طلعوا 3 عربات بالتنسيق. يا ناس دكتوره اكواد وناس كوتش في تحت قدروا يعملوا الكلام الكبير ده بقروش منو؟ بقروش الدياسبرا، بقروش البسيطه اللي احنا قاعدين نجمعه ده. ولا هنا اول ناس دكتوره اكواد ده اول ناس، الناس اللي وصلوا فلوا اول ناس. ما ده القروش الجمعوه من الدياسبرا يا راح حلقوه الجنوبيين اللي وصلوا اول فوج ده ما الحكومه اللي رحلوا.
نعم.
بعد ما الناس وصلوا هناك اتنا المبادرات جات. طيب ان احنا مهمتنا شنو في الدياسبرا يا جماعه؟ خلينا نشوف نفسنا اول حاجه. ان احنا ما انغزونا، ما احنا حصل لنا نفس الظروف اللي حصل للناس اللي في الخرطوم. الناس اللي جو في الدياسبرا ده ما جو مغتربين. انتم احنا ما جينا مغتربين يا جنكر، جينا قاعدين نفتش شغل. لا،
جينا لاجئين.
جينا كلاجئين هاربين من الحرب، جارين من الحرب. عشان كده الدول دي انقذتنا وجابتنا عندهم. يبقى معناه اي زول جاري من الحرب مسؤوليه الناس تنقذه. يعني الناس اللي جابوهم هنا ما كل الحكومات، في ناس كنايس جابتهم، في ناس افراد زول بيسبونسر زول بيجيبوا. ها يعني حسب انا زوجتي مثلا قدمت لي الطلب جابتني ما الحكومه. ففي مواقف لازم ان احنا نعمله يا جنكر. لما نتكلم على الانسانيه قاعدين نتكلم عن ربنا. يعني الحاجه اللي احنا قاعدين نعمله ده ما حاجه عنده علاقه، ما عنده علاقه بحكومه ولا اي حاجه. اخوك لما يحصل له مشكله زي بالضبط لما يتوفى زول في الجنوب عندنا. لما يتوفى زول انت بتخلي الجنازه دي كل حكومه يجي يدفنه؟
لا طبعا.
ناس في الحله بيلموا نفسهم بيمشوا المقابر بيحفروا بيدفنوا. انا في واو لما نكون في بكا الناس اللي في البيت ما بيعملوا اكل، الجيران يا بيعملوا لكم اكل بيجيبوا، لانه ده حاله بتاع الطوارئ. لما يحصل حرب بيسموها حاله الطوارئ. حاله الطوارئ ده اي زول القوي بيساعد الزول اللي ما جوا المشكله. يعني نحن في الدياسبرا نحن ما جوا المشكله، يبقى نحن الناس اللي في خرطوم ده محتاجين مساعدتنا، كان جاء الحكومه ولا جاء منو. لسه نحن في الدياسبرا عندنا مسؤوليه وقادرين، ونحن قادرين يا جماعه يا جنكر. نحن ما مش عشان ضعفاء، احنا قادرين. خلينا نرجع كلامي ده عشان ما يكون كلام سياسه وكلام اونطه ساكت. خلينا نمشي لربنا. خلي اديني فرصه بسيط يا جنكر نقول كلام ربنا. اول حاجه ربنا خلقنا في الارض يا جماعه وادانا قوانين. ادانا قوانين: لا تقتل، لا تزني. في متى 9 6 16 17 بيقول لا تقتل، لا تزني، لا تسرق. كويس؟ يلا جا قال كلام مهم جدا في موضوع اللي احنا قاعدين هسه جيناكم فيه ده. قال انه انت لازم توفر اكل لزول. ربنا ياهو قال كده. ما ربنا قال ان احنا ابناء، ان احنا عيال الله، طوبى لصانعي السلام انهم ابناء الله يدعون. يعني ربنا بيوصفنا ان احنا عياله، عيال ربنا. طيب التبرعات ده هل ربنا امرنا نتبرع؟ نعم، ربنا ادانا تعليمات واضح نتبرع. قال شنو؟ بيقول شنو ربنا في التعليمات بتاعه؟ اول حاجه بيقول انه النفس السخيه تسمن. النفس السخيه، السخاء يا جنكور العطاء. الزول اللي بيدي حاجات بتاعه ربنا بيخليه يكون قوي وبيكون جميل. ربنا قال اسمعوا كلام ده تعليمات واضح. اعطوا تعطوا. يعني انت ادي للزول ربنا بديك كيف؟ كيلا جيدا ملبدا مهزوزا فائضا. يديك يا جنكور حاجه كتير لدرجه انت تشيله في جسمك كده، ما تقدر تشيله في جسمك. شفت كيف؟ وقال شنو؟ وقال بنفس الكيل اللي انت بتكيل به انا بكيله. شوف، بنفس الكيل تكيل انا برجع لك. وشوف عمل تحدي طوالي، ربنا عمل لك تحدي. قال شنو ربنا في التحدي بتاعه؟ قال شنو؟ هاتوا جميع العشور الى الخزينه ليكون في بيتي طعام. ربنا داير اكل. لما ربنا يقول في بيتي طعام معناه لمنو؟ للمساكين والناس اللي عندهم ظروف. وقال شنو؟ وجربوني بهذا. قال رب الجنود ان كنت لا افتح لكم قوه السماء وافيض عليكم بركه حتى لا توسع. ربنا قال انه يعني هو مستعد يديك بقدر الحاجه اللي انت بتديه. اول حاجه قال جيب طعام. يعني احنا حسي هنا العربات القروشنا اللي قاعدين نجمعوا دايرين بنأجر بو عربيه وبنوفر بو اكل في العربيه عشان الناس دي تصل. معناه ده احنا قاعدين نعمل كلام ربنا. معناه القرش بتاعك اللي انت بتدفعه ده، انت ما قاعد تدفعه لسليمان دندره بالمناسبه، ولا قاعد تدفعه لدكتور اكوج ولا لجنكو. انت بتدفعه لزول تحت هناك. الزول ده بيدعو لك، بيرفع يده كده شكرا يا رب. ما ليه يعني احنا ليك انت دفعت. يعني احنا ما عندنا حاجه قاعدين نعمله بالمناسبه، احنا قاعدين ننسق بس. لكن انت صاحب القرش يا بتشتري الاكل، انت صاحب القرش اللي بتدفعه يا هو بنرحل به الزول. يقبل مهمتك اللي انت بتدفع. يعني احنا ما دايرين قروش كتير، دايرين منك ادفع لنا ان شاء الله $10، ادفع لنا $5 يا سيدي. يا جماعه خلينا نذكركم حاجه مهمه. الدول لما تحصل لها ظروف الشعب بتاعها بيقف بغض النظر انه معارضه ولا حكومه. نديكم مثل حي يا جنكر، وانت انا متاكد انت بتكون عارفه. صد النهضه بتاع اثيوبيا ما كان لقى تمويل. البنك الدولي قال للرئيس بتاع وزراء بتاع اثيوبيا قبل ما نديكم قروش كده جيبوا حقكم اول نشوفوا انتوا دايرين تبنوا السدايه وينو قروشكم. ما تجيبوا حقكم الناقص نجي نتموا لكم. لكن ما ممكن تجونا تقول لنا دايرين نبني السد وما عندكم قروش. رئيس الوزراء الاثيوبي ابو احمد ناشد الدياسبرا. شوف الكلام العجيب ده. وما انه عنده حرب، عنده ناس يعني عنده ناس معارضين، لكن ناشد الدياسبرا ما قال انه رئيس الوزراء ده عنده حرب ولا نحن ذاتنا متخاصمين ولا نحن عندنا مشكله في دولتنا. حسوا انه صد النهضه ده مشروع قومي. غرروا كله اثيوبي يدفع $1. هم 3 مليون اثيوبي قاعدين على في حول العالم. كل شهر يا جنكر بيجمعوا $3 مليون. $1 $1. انا مشيت فانكوفر واتقابلنا معاك هناك يا جنكر. مشينا والمت معي سليمان عبد الله عنده صاحبه قاعد يتونس، فهو قام كنا قاعدين نشتري الاكل والحاجات. وبعدين الاثيوبي ساله قال له انتوا قاعدين تشتروا اكل كثير كده عندكم حفله؟ قال لا نحن عندنا فريزنج. ليش شنو؟ قال له نحن عندنا برنامج بتاع تطوير الرياضه. الاثيوبي قال له يا اخو والله ده حاجه جميل. قال له نحن الاثيوبيين كل شهر بندفع. قال عندنا مره بتجي تلم عندنا الشخص مندوب في جو فانكوفر هنا بيلف على الاثيوبيين بيجمع من كل زول $1. فانتوا كده عملتوا المبادره دي بيكون لكم احسن، بدل تجمعوا قروش في زمن واحد وينتهي، اجمعوا كل شهر. فده الحاجه اللي انا داير اوصله لاهالي الجنوبيين. طيب عشان ما نتكتر خلينا نوري المكتب اللي عندنا. هو ما مكتب، هو اللجنه او قلت فريق بتاع الشغل، ما اللجنه ولا اي حاجه. احنا فريق بتاع الشغل بس جينا عشان ننسق ونجمع القروش ده نرسله لتحت. والقروش ان شاء الله بكره يوم الاثنين اول دفعه بتاعت القروش حتصل تحت. احنا الفريق بتاعنا ده انا فوقه باشمهندس وريلي، فوقه ناس قاعدين يساعدونا في الاعلام، الاستاذ الاعلامي اميجو، الاستاذ الاعلامي الدكتور مملوك، الاعلاميه جنرال كولا، وطبعا بتقدموا يا جماعه استاذنا الكبير جنكور ده معانا برضه في الفريق، عشان كده الليله هم مستضيفنا، واشتغل لنا شغل كتير لدرجه حتى نحن بنخش القروش المتبرعين بندخله في حسابه عشان بعد كده يرجعوا لنا الاستاذ جنكور، ونشكرك للحاجه اللي انت وقفت فيه. وبعدين عندنا اهم ناس، الناس اللي قاعدين يجمعوا القروش في امريكا. عندنا هنربل كلارا مارتن في الخزينه، هي اللي ماسكه الخزينه بتاعنا، برضو القروش بخش في الحساب بتاعها. بيساعدها الاستاذ الاعلامي اميجو، وبيساعدها الاستاذ الاعلامي جونكور. شوف جونكور شغال شنو؟ اعلام، قروش كله. في استراليا عندنا الاستاذه تشول علي، هي الخزينه بتاعتنا، بيساعدوا الاستاذ موسى قلواك، بيساعدها برضه في زول اسمه فرايدي، وبيساعدهم الاعلام الكبير الدكتور منلوك. ديل شغالين برضه، لو لاحظتوا منلوك ده اسمه متردد في الاعلام، في القروش، في يعني عندنا اسماء ناس متردده في محلات كله، لانه نحن قاعدين ندور الشغل عشان بس كيف انه الحاجه دي تمشي بسرعه. طيب عندنا جواكر، ناس شغالين بنكلفهم اي حاجه، هم من ضمنهم الدكتوره اكواد بتشتغل بتربطنا هنا، كان دارين نحول قروش، بتفتش الناس كيف يحولوا القروش، تحت بتربطنا مع الناس تحت في جوبا، بتربطنا مع الناس في الخرطوم. جوكر ما عنده حاجه. عندنا السفيره ابوك نفس الكيس، بتشتغل لنا مديرتها في الاسم شنو، بتجي تشتغل مديريتها في الغرف بتاعت الكلاب هاوس. ايوه ابوك. عندنا خادم الرب المبشر مياكل برضه معانا، وقاعد يخدمنا كثير، لانه هسه انا بشرت ليه؟ لانه مياكل قاعد يبشرنا، وبنلقى نفسنا فعلا كلامه اللي هو قاعد يقوله ده كلام حقيقي، لانه عشان تجمع قروش وتساعد ناس ما عنده علاقه بالسياسه، ده ما كلام سياسه، ده كلام بتاع ناس انسانيين، زول عنده جواه ربنا جواه بملاه بالحب للانسان. يا جماعه الزول اللي بيعطي ده زول بيحب الانسان، وعشان تحب انسان انت لازم تحب ربنا، لانه الحب ده مربوط بربنا، العطاء مربوط بربنا. طيب معانا برضو في منو جنرال مريال ديت، هو برضو في استراليا. معانا الاستاذ توج، دي الناس الشغالين معانا. لو انا في زول سقط مني سهوا معلش انا اسم شنو. قبل ما اختم يا جنكر ارجع المايك ليك، خلينا اشكر ناس وقفوا معانا في المبادره دي بقوه. خلينا اشكر ناس بجد، رجال جو ودخلوا الغرف بتاعنا ده. احنا اشتغلنا يا جماعه 3 يوم، قدرنا نجمع $3000، قدرنا نجمع يعني بمعدل كل يوم بنجمع $1000. ده الحاجه اللي عملناها، واشكر التيم ده، خلينا اشكرهم بكل ما عندي من قوه. اول يوم السفيره ابوك وجنرال كولا قعدوا معانا لحد 6 صباحا، ومنه ابوك قالت العربيه بتاع الباص بتاع عيالي برا، خلوني اديني فرصه نمشي نودي عيالي في الباص عشان يمشوا. شوف ده اول يوم لنا. خلينا نشكر الناس اللي جونا في الغرفه وشجعونا. جانا الاعلام الكبير بشير جا شجعنا وايدنا وحتى اتبرع لنا. برضه جانا استاذ مكانجا الاعلامي مكانجا برضه جانا وشجعنا. برضه جانا جونو تشانج جانا، لكن جاء متاخر بالليل وما قدر، لكن في الروم بتاعه شجع انه الناس تدفع وعمل اسم شنو ده. عندنا الناس بتاعنا ليج ستيت ميديا اللي هو اسمه مديد استاذ مديد، خلينا نديه التحيه. فتح روم امبارح وافتكر استقبل، انا ما اعرف الناس دكتور اكواد كانوا موجودين فيه، وريلي كان موجود هناك، اميغو كانوا موجودين معه، وقدر حتى يعني الناس في الروم بتاعه اتبرعوا لنا، حتى في الجو فان مي اتبرعوا لنا فيه، وقدر الناس تقدر تساهم. بنقدم كل الشكر لاي زول دفع قرش بتاعه، اي زول دفع قرش بنقدم لهم الشكر. في ناس دفعوا بسخاء. عندي زميلي في كندا هنا اللي اسمه فيلمون، ضرب لي تليفون بس امبارح قال لي سليمان انا شفتكم انا شغال لكن ما قادر ارسلكم. انا
موجود الان قاعد يشاهد.
ايوه قال لي انا شاهدتكم لكن يا اخي انا عندي $300 ده ارسله لك هسه. رسل لي الاي ترانسفير بتاعك. رسلت له الاي ترانسفير، رسل لي القروش الليله، انا رسلت القروش جوا. يعني بكره حينزل للناس تحت عشان يقدر يساعدوا بو الناس تحت. بشكر استاذ اكوج في جوبا. اكوج جاء مع التيم بتاعه، عنده تيم كبير معاه في جوبا، معاه ويلسون، معاه مكوالين وقرن، عنده تيم كبير جدا جدا. دكتور اكواد ممكن بعدين حتكلمنا عن اسمائهم لانه انا ما قادر احفظ الاسماء دي، حاجات اسماء بقى لي كثير ذاته ما قادر احفظها. لكن هم بينسقوا القروش بتوصل لهم، بينسقوا الخرطوم، بيحركوا الناس من الخرطوم للرنج. العربات بتاعنا بالمناسبه بيقوم من الخرطوم مباشره للرنج. يعني احنا بنشيل الزول ما بنمشي ننزله مثلا في الكوستي ولا بننزله في اي محل، بننزله في الرنج، المحل المأهول بالسكان. انا بشكر اي زول ثاني ما نكرر يا جماعه ما نعمل حاجه بتاع جنوبين بتاع خجل. الجو فان مي بتاعنا ده تعال ادفع لنا ان شاء الله دولار واحد، اعمل لنا زي بتاع السوبين، ادفع لنا دولار واحد بنقبله منك، ادفع لنا $5. ما تشوف انه في زول دفع 500 وفي زول دفع 300 تقول انا كان دفعت $10 ما بيجيب حاجه. بالعكس $5 بتاعك ده بيجيب مويه وبيجيب سندويتش وممكن ياكل 3-4 نفر. $5 بتاعك ده. فاشكركم جونكور، اشكرك على المجهود اللي انت قاعد تعمله معنا.
شكرا.
في ناس بيفتكروا انه الشغل بتاعت المعارضه والده انه بس تخرب اي حاجه. كان حكومه ما في مواطن ده ان شاء الله يموت. في زول يقول لك يا اخي خلي المواطن ده يموت. كيف انا اخليه يموت؟ انا اخلي المواطن ده يموت كيف؟ انا شغل انا يلا بعدين انا لو حكومه جلي انا بحكم منه. انا في المعارضه ده يوم بكره خلاص حكومه جا في يدي والمواطن ده مات، انا بلقى زول وين نحكم. يديك العافيه يا جمكور. انا
شكرا سليمان دندره. ده جهود مهمه جدا جدا ومناشده مهمه جدا، لانه في النهايه يقال الانسانيه ليس هنالك تجزئه في الانسانيه. لان اللي بيحصل ده لنا كلنا ولاهلنا. زي ما انت جبت مثلا هسه انه كيف انا اقول يا اخي خليه يموت عشان الحكومه ما تساعد. طيب اذا انا بعارض من اجل ايه؟ لان انت لما تكون يعني سياسي بيتعارض، انت بتعارض يعني لما تقول انا ما هنا اللي اعمل انساني، انت اللي يا تعمل. ما انت ده سياسي عشان تغير حكومه عشان تقدر تجيب خدمات، والخدمات ده الانسانيه ذاتها. انت كده الانسانيه. طيب لما تقول انت ما في عمل انساني، انت في سياسه، يبقى that's mean انت you don't know what you're doing. ما صح ان احنا نكون كده. احنا نستمر، وده ما مساعده للحكومه، ده مساعده لاهلنا التعبانين المنكوبين. انا اللي بتكلم معاك ده يا سليمان دندره، انا عندي اخوي عنده 5 عيال موجود في السودان. اوكي انا I'm dealing with it in my own way. لكن لو في عمل خيري لمواطنين سودانيين جنوبيين انه بيتطلب انه انا I can put my son, why not؟ ده الانسانيه وده المواطنه ذاتها. لان الاحتزاز بالوطن ده ياهو انا اجيب ما ابناء بلدي حينما كانوا. ده المعروف. Why am I concerned? I'm concerned about this. When you say yeah, I am a concerned citizen, there are those citizens whether they are in Juba or in Wau, in Bor or in Rumbek or in Awil or in Khartoum. Those are the citizens that I'm concerned about. And that's why أنا لازم شنو نعمل أي حاجة. وده الشغل اللي أنتم قمتوا هذا. يعني ناس الدكتورة أكوات بمهنتها كميديكال دكتور she is here volunteering doing this. شوف الشغل ده، شوف الإنسانية. أوكي شوف الإنسانية. فشكرا للجهود اللي بيبذل وشكرا للعمل ده. جنوبين في أمريكا by the way we are nearly 120,000 South Sudanese in the United States only. 120,000. خليك من ريال اللي ولدناهم هنا. 120,000 ده لو قلنا هسه قاعد ندفع $50 ولا حتى ولو $10 we are going to raise millions and millions and millions of dollars.
ما تودوا $10 $1 بس يا
yeah,
$1 معناه في الشهر بيكون عندنا $120,000 في الشهر.
We have so many. A lot of people don't know. انت لما تمشي هذا ماشي دالاس تمشي تلقى في كونفرنس بتاع ناس تويك ايز مثلا ولا تلقى كونفرنس بتاع ناس مدينه، او انت you be surprised to see عدد بتاعت الناس. فده احنا ما we don't need to undermine our ability to do things that actually would side. Dr. Akwat, thank you one more time for being here and for your courageous to stand and help people of South Sudan who are trapped in Khartoum. انا داير اعرف هل هنالك في نوع من كولابريشن بينك وبين الدكاتره كمان عندهم يعني حسن نيه انه يساعدوا الناس. الجهود البذل قبل يومين انا شايف في كم دكتور موجود في فلج، والدكتور كان بيساعد يعني. بس انا فوجئت صباح الباكر قبيل صباح انه العياده بتاعته تم اغلاقها من السلطات الامنيه في فلج. فانا انا كنت منزعج جدا جدا انه الدكتور ده داير يساعد is voluntarily زي ما انت بتعمل هسه you are voluntarily. ف I don't know how things are going. يعني مثلا انا دايرك تساعدنا وتساعد المشاهدين بتاعنا عشان هم يقدروا يعرفوا، وجنوبي يقدر يعرف انه اي قرش اللي هم بيدفعوه بيمشي من اجل الناس ديل. اوكي. I want you to to elaborate more and help us more قبل ما نحن ننتقل من هنا بعد شويه نمشي وين الكلاب هاوس، لان عندنا ناس كثير. انت شايف اوريلا هناك، وشايف سيستر انتونيت، شايف كلارا وكولا، استاذ دينغ خميس and موسى قلواك and others استاذ منونا also. A lot of people actually they are already in clubhouse. نحن هننتهي هنا بعد شويه ونحن نمشي هناك ونواصل كل الحديث. فانا داير اديك الفرصه الدكتوره كواد، اتفضلي.
دقيقه قبل انا سقط مني سهوا اسم منو بالله. ده واحد من الجواكر الموجودين. وده زول ساهم مرتين يا جماعه منون ده. ساهم لمباشره الدفع. احنا طبعا كان
رسل القروش الاكونت بتاعي اول زول رسل القروش. اول زول رسل القروش
بالمناسبه. شوف المشكله وين. وبعد كده جا خدته في الجو فان مي. شوف الراجل ده يعني مدى الاسم شنو بتاعه الانسانيه. جونكور قبل ما تدي في حاجه مهمه بالمناسبه. جونكور الانسان المسؤول هو الانسان اللي بيحل مشكله بيساعد. يعني انت لما تقول انا سياسي وانت ما بتعمل اي حاجه، بتجي بس تعترض. سليمان دندره عمل كده، جونكور عمل كده، بس دي هو شغل انت قاعد تشتغله. انت سياسي؟ انت ما سياسي. انت زول قاعد تنقل اخبار، فلان عمل كده، فلان سوى كده، فلان سوى ده اخبار. لكن انت السياسي لازم يكون عندك حاجه على الارض. المواطن بتاعك لما يلقى مشكله يقولوا والله يا اخي فلان ده عمل كذا كذا. اوباما ده يا جونكور، اوباما بقى رئيس كيف؟ جابوه بس ونس ونس في التلفزيون؟ نو. كان رئيس بتاع كوميونتي، خدم كوميونتي.
سليمان كنا قبل ما نبدا البرنامج كنا قاعدين نتكلم جو فان مي اللي بدأوه امبارح كان في تقريبا كده $600، لكن هذا بقى 933 which is يعني for the last 30 minutes that we have been talking, people actually have been contributing. This is a very positive sign. It's a very positive thing يعني.
Yes. Go ahead. تفضل. انا داير بس اكد للناس اوباما ده ما قاعد عمل نفسه سياسي بس بيجي بيتكلم في اعلام وفلان سوى وفلان سوى. اوباما ده خدم الكوميونتي، بدا بخدمه بتاع الكوميونتي زي الحاجه اللي احنا قاعدين نعمله ده يا جماعه. السياسي هو الزول اللي بيكون مسؤول لما تحصل حاجه يجي يقدم، حتى لو انت ما قدرت تشتغل تقدم الاراء بتاعك عشان يحلوا بها المشكله. لكن بس تنتقد انت ما سياسي. شكرا يا تفضل الدكتور.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jonkur, and all the viewers and Ambassador Dandra. We in our team, a few days ago, or yesterday evening, Mr. Akwaj, who is the leader of who is chairing the call of citizens for evacuation and the reception from the war-trapped area, he called me and he said, Akwad, I want you to find out if there are doctors who can go to Fulaj and Ram to go and do assessment so that they can see what can be done. Yeah. And right away, I contacted Dr. Alex Bulek. Today we spoke, and I gave him the number of Mr. Akwaj Akwe so that he can learn more about the initiative. That is one. Number two, he contacted another young man who is ready to go. There are 2 planes that are waiting for any volunteers in the medical field who are willing to go and assess the area. Mr. Alex Bolek is busy because he is also one of the leaders in the Christian Medical and Doctors Association. There is a conference that will be in Arusha in the coming month. So he's busy with that. And he said, what? If I was not busy with that, I would have gone myself. There are people that I saw stranded there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Ayat Costa.
Mm.
I saw her picture today on Facebook. I called her before I came live so that I could ask her about the situation there. Now, to our South Sudanese, you have a job to do. Medical doctors, people who are nurses, certified nurse aides, lab technicians, midwives, you all have a job to do. You can give 2 days to go there, assess the situation, come back, and let us know what can be done. If it's because we don't have, people are dying from dehydration, do we need IV fluids? Those can be taken there. People who have high blood pressure, if they are there, they don't have medications, we can try to see if there are medications in run so that they can be given medications to take for high blood pressure and diabetes. If there are urgent cases, then they can be transported from Fallujah to Juba. Yesterday, Michael Christopher took a video of a lady who was in labor. She was brought to the airport, and immediately as she was coming down the stairs, people were saying, Jibu Sarire Jama, and Maradi Dara tell it.
Wow.
This is the real situation of what is happening. If you are a woman, لو إنتي مرة إنتي بتعرفي صعب كيف إنه زول يكون حامل إنت شايل هم جنى ده حيلدو في الطريق ما في داية جنى ده حيلدو في حيكون في الرصاص في برا ولدت تيمان في أم درمان. أخوي إدوارد قال لي امبارح يا أكوات المرة دي فتشوها هي قاعدة في بيت مع عيالها وراجلها ولدت قبل يومين. يبقى دور بتاعنا إنه إحنا ننسق. تلفون بتاع المنسق بتاعنا إيمانويل لادو, he is the one who is in charge of logistics. I gave that to Edward to put on the chat. And I also gave the information of how to send money. We have somebody called John Matthew who sends money from Juba to Khartoum. We also have Ben Kaka from the US. If you have somebody who has a bank here, because a few days ago, when my cousin was stuck, I was able to send money by Zelle from here, and she was able to give it to the people there. There are challenges when you send money. When my niece sent money to her sister, the money was there in Omdurman, but the person who was in charge of the money said, Janjaweed is out there. There is war going on. I cannot go out there. When things cooled down, somebody was paid 5,000 Sudanese pounds to go and pick up the money. And that is what she was able to use to get into the bus. But unfortunately, she went all the way to Jebel Aulia and still came back. Still came back to her house, to the place where she was staying in Umdurman, Fitihab. Now, your role, I know each one of us, God has given us a gift. God has given us a heart. And if you are a Christian, let your work be seen in what you do. That shows your faith. One thing I learned when I lived in Khartoum, the Arabs, they were always ready to help. Your neighbors will always step in when anything happens. Do you know why? Because their faith teaches them that. Their religion teaches them that, and they are practicing it. Can we, as Christians from South Sudan, practice that? Can we care for our people who are in danger? If the people who are in Khartoum, for those of you who say, let them stay, if they don't die from the bullet, they will die from hunger because people have been stuck inside. There is no food outside. If they don't die from hunger, they will die from thirst. They will die from illness, even fear. في ناس يا جماعة لما يسمعوا صوت الطلقة بيجي مسحال ممكن يموتوا ممكن يجيهم سقطة القلب heart attack just from the bullet. في ولد عمي دكتور ملوك راجل بيته قاعد في الخرطوم يا هم الناس اللي كانوا قاعدين جاء مثل وقع في البيت Mat. Now, you, the people who say, let them stay, are you putting them in line of danger? Or would you prefer for them to go? And as I raise awareness as well, those buses, when they are traveling, we have heard stories of bandits on the way or robbers on the way. What can you do as a South Sudanese? One of the young ladies who did a video a few days ago, she mentioned that the driver was giving money. Don't hold on to your money. Don't hold on to your food. Give that money to the driver so that he will give it to the robbers so you can pass. Your safety is number one. When they come and ask you for your money, don't hold on to it. Don't fight. Don't be aggressive. Say what you want to say in a kind way. We need you alive. We need you to be kind to that bandit. We need you to be kind to that person who is coming to rob you. What matters is your life. The money, you will get it sometime. When I left Juba, I'm alive today. And that is why I am here. I'm working in this initiative so that I can help somebody else. If I had died, I would not be able to do what I'm doing today.
Correct.
If I'm able to help 10 people to get out of South Sudan as I speak, then I have done my part. If I can do one person, I've done my part. So please remember, we are not doing this to be known. We are not doing this because you want to see us on Facebook or you think we are doing this for political grounds. No. I don't have any political affiliation, but I have a heart. I am a mother. I feel for any other woman who is out there holding her children and who does not know what to do.
Oh, okay.
When the war was going on and people were going in the residential areas, people came to my street in Jebel. Somebody entered to a house next to us. The person started screaming. I was there with my 4 children. I held them. We could not breathe. We were waiting for our turn. We were waiting for our turn for those people to come inside our house to kill us. And as I had mentioned earlier, my husband was not there with us. We were in the house with only 2 guards. My 4 children, my aunt, and my sister-in-law. My parents' house was not far from us, but we could not go because roads were bad. I heard guns the first time when I was in the 4th year. Our school was in Mahad. We ran through the river until we came late in the night to my parents' house in Haijalaba. I found my mother was there, so worried, just like any other mother. Then again in 2013, I heard some bullets and fighting also in between. But the difference was the first time I heard it, I was a young girl. The last time I heard it, I was a mother. And I was so concerned and worried. I was helpless. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. And that is one of the reasons why this mission is so dear to my heart, because I believe I can do something. I can donate. I can give my time. I can raise awareness. I can go and talk to people in the medical field. I can talk to people in the grassroots. I can talk to people from my tribe, just like what Auntie Annette did. Auntie Annette went to the people of Tonj and they donated to the businessman. They donated two buses. Do your part. Do your part and leave the rest to God. Do what you can. I am so thankful to the team in Juba. Every day we meet late at night around 11 p.m. with those of Akwaj, who is the leader. There is also Munira. She is there in the group. There is Galeng Alew, who is in charge of M. Gurush. That is another means of sending money. We are there with Deng Bola Arwai. Deng Bola Arwai gets up at 5 a.m. in Japan. Adiu of Mama Antoinette is with us in the group. Person of logistics, Emmanuel Lado is in Juba. We meet every time. There is Elbow, a war, and there is also Friday. Adiu is in charge of collecting money in the UK. Elbow is also Elbow and also Elbow and also
I think the network.
One of them is also in Australia. We have a GoFundMe. We have 3,440 right now as I speak. And that is why we are asking you. There are so many GoFundMe. I work with the group in Juba. And also I work with the group in diaspora because I am in diaspora. I bring information from there. I pass it on to our brother Dandra and the whole team. Why? Because I believe this job is not only a one-man show. It is for all of us. And I want you to share this live video so people can become educated. People can be aware. How can they send money? What can they do? How can they keep themselves safe? How can they donate? What can you do? If you don't have money, you can cook if you are in wrong area. Bring the food. Can you donate water? Yes. Can you donate a bed? Yes. The young girl said when they came to one of the borders in the north, people gave them beds. They cooked the best food they could. We are not asking for expensive food. Cook for us. Rice and others. Rice and lentil. Rice and beans. Our South Sudanese porridge. Milk. Put some oil in it so that it becomes a high-calorie diet and the person can live with it. We all have a role to play. Our children can go and talk to people in their schools. Hi, sweetheart. You go and talk to the people in your school and tell them we have people who are suffering in Sudan. They are South Sudanese. Can you help us with a donation? Yes. I know my daughter. They do fundraisers. They sell small chocolate. It can be $1, $3, $5. And as I said earlier, $1 and another $1 will make $1 million. The fundraisers that you see in America, people donate. Don't feel ashamed to donate on GoFundMe. You don't have to put your name. There is a place there that says, do not show the name. And then you can donate your $5, your $2. في حاجة أنا دايرة أقولها للجنوبيين يا أخوانا الناس كلهم ما سوا زي
دكتورة قبل ما تقول الكلام ده كمان أنا دايرك تضيف الكلام ده عشان يكون كل رسالة. طبعا حكومة يومين ديل قال يا أخي هتدفع $1 مليون كإفورت. I know $1 مليون ده is not enough. أنا دايرك توجه رسالة خاصة كمان للناس القائمين وزارة الشؤون الإنسانية الرئاسة الجمهورية من الناحية دي لأنه يهم يزيدوا باجت. والرسالة الثانية كمان إحنا دايرين التوصل لهم إنه الناس لما يصلوا لأن أعداد بقى كبيرة هسه في فلج ما بالضرورة إنه طيارة تشيل الناس كلها توديها جوبا لأن جوبا هسه كده متكدسة. فأفضل من أفضل إنه يشيلوا في رحلات تقوم تمشي بحر الغزال تمشي وين تمشي واو لأنه في مدن لك راجع دمزبير أويل غوغريال رومبيك مناطق دي كلها متأخمة لواو. ومن المفروض إنه يكون في رحلات كمان تمشي هناك تمشي توزع ناس هناك إن السيد الناس كلها يوديهم جوبا. أنا كنت رسلت رسالة صوتية للنائب رئيس قبل 3 أيام. أنا شايفه هو استمع عليه لكن I don't know what they are doing with that. فده النقطة اللي أنا كنت داير أضيفك عشان تقدر تحسهم كمان لأنه دي مسؤولياتهم. عشان كده هذا في ناس بيقولوا يا أخي ده شغل الحكومة لكن no we cannot say ده شغل الحكومة. نحن كمان نقوم بواجب بتاعنا ولازم نحسهم إنه مثلا عندهم دور كبير هم يلعبوه. اتفضل.
جونكر موضوع بتاع الترحيل ده وريلي عنده خطة كاملة متكامل حتى بيقترح إنه الناس يرحلون بالبحر وشنو. فبرضه بعد كان دكتور أكواد يتكلم ممكن ترجع لهم برضه هم حيقولوا لي قبل ما الدكتورة تتكلم عندي ده بس عنده كلمتين دار يقولوا بعدين نخليه يمشي عشان بعد كده نحن
ميليندا welcome to Concerned Citizen of South Sudan.
Is there any way I can donate $20?
Yes, sweetie.
Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Akwad.
How can I donate?
Thank you, darling.
But how can I donate $20?
You know what you can do? Just give it to Daddy. And Daddy knows will do the magic trick of sending it where it needs to go.
Okay.
Why you want
Thank
to
you,
donate?
sweetheart.
Why you want to donate?
Well, it's because in Khartoum there's a war, and I don't want Khartoum to disappear. So that's why I wanted to donate.
And what about the people in Khartoum? You don't care about them?
I do.
The South Sudanese, what?
I care about them too, because Khartoum is a beautiful country that should not disappear. Because in the future, people should learn about Khartoum too. Because if it disappears, then it won't be able to be published in books. That's why I decided to donate, so like that Khartoum will still be alive.
Thank you.
Super.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you very much, darling.
Thank you. Yeah.
As a lot of you have seen, if a young girl like this can give $20, and I know Miyako's daughter gave $100 the other day, I am still going to solicit some money from my kids so that they can give, because I believe everybody should do their part, including my own children. Thank you, Mr. Dandra, for what you have done. Your daughter has a heart for the people of Sudan and South Sudan. Now, people think in the ideal world, and we know our country is not an ideal country, all right? If they gave $1 million, we will take it. If the government gave $1 million, we will take it. You know why? Because it's going to save other people. And then we will also do our part. We'll go and talk to the people in Nilpet. People in Nilpet, they donated 4 trucks. They donated 2 trains. Okay? Now, I want you who is watching today to go and talk to the other people in the other areas. We have a lot of businessmen. We know people like Bibi Ali. We know people like Atong Amos. We have a Chaiwir. We have Lokak. We have Kurajing. And so many other business women that you know, or men also as well. Your work is to go and talk to them. Tell them, we appreciate what you have done. Can you add more? We don't have water. You have given us the plane. When the plane is coming, fill it up with water. Fill it up with food. Fill it up with lantern. Put oil. Put dokwa. These are simple things you can do. Powdered milk. The office of the First Lady, they have donated 1,000 bags of maize, rice, and beans. I would say thank you to her. She has done her part. What about you? What are you doing? Can you take the initiative? Let us solve the problems that we are facing. There is no medicine. I know there are so many pharmacists that we have. We have Dr. Antipas. I have met him before. He's a great man. And also Sudan Medical Complex. These are all places that can do something for our country. They can donate their time. They can donate medication. They can donate gauze. They can donate doctors who can go and treat people. You don't have to be in the medical field. You can just go there and say, I am here to write people's name down. And I will let them go inside. I will be the person who will organize this. I will be the person who will uplift people. If you are a pastor, go there. These people need hope. Go and pray with them. You have a great part that you can play in this. And that is why we are appealing to you. John Code has a gift of media. That's why we are here. I'm a medical doctor. That's why I'm here. I would raise awareness about diseases, the problems that people, health issues that people will face, that is important for them to wash their hands so that they do not get infected. If they bring water from the river, let us boil it. If we have the wood that we can use. If there is no charcoal, let's use the wood. Let us think of way of clearing the water so that it becomes safe to drink. Let us talk to the people of the UNHCR. Now I heard that they are in the border. Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs is going to travel to Fallujah, is going to travel to Ram. Talk to the people who are politicians. Share the stories that you heard. Show them the videos that Michael Christopher is doing. This is what you can do. Then their hearts will be touched and they will put their hands in their pockets. And we want you also to put your hand in your pocket, because every dollar counts. Everything you do is a blessing to others and also to you, because what you give, God will bless you abundantly. It's not going in vain. It's going to save our South Sudanese people, our mothers, our brothers, our sisters. My mother-in-law was in Khartoum with my sister-in-law, with her children. She is a widow. And then my brother-in-law. We evacuated them all the way to Ram. And the time will come when we will be able to take them to Juba, when things are safe and when all this chaos becomes better. Right now, for those of you who have money, because people are thinking, oh, they are doing this wrong and this wrong, give that money by yourself. We'll tell you how you can send it. Send it to your brother. Let them be evacuated to whoever place that you choose. There are people who have been evacuated from Khartoum, but not us. I'm just trying to tell you what other areas people can go to. My cousin left from Khartoum with a group of NGO workers. They were taken to Port Sudan. From Port Sudan, they went to Saudi Arabia by ship, and from there they will travel by plane. My sister just came today and she mentioned she was sitting next to a lady from the north. That lady was taken to the border of Ethiopia, and then she came and took the Ethiopian Airlines, and she landed today, or she landed yesterday in Washington, D.C. There are people who have gone to Egypt, but in the border, it's so difficult to get in. There are people who have gone to Chad and to Libya. All of you have seen videos of our young people who were mistreated in Libya. So we are not going through those routes that I have mentioned. I've just mentioned it in case you want to. It's a choice. What we can do is to take you to South Sudan, because we know in South Sudan, nobody is going to hurt you the way people are mistreated in Libya. And as such, you, my brother, you, my sister, do your part. Do what you can. Do what you can. Thank you very much. And I salute those of you who stay on Clubhouse day and night. 2 days ago, I stayed 24 hours. The same thing with those of Abuka Chwil. The same thing with those of Amigo, Warille, and everything. We work together as a team. We have somebody from SSBC. His name is Wilson. He is with us. We are different tribes. We are not just one tribe. And my tribe is South Sudan. And those of you who live with me in Dallas, they know that I do not differentiate on tribe levels. If I can help my brother the way I did to go and help my mother-in-law, I will still also donate on the GoFundMe. And that's exactly what I did. Am I rich? No, I'm not rich. I'm just like each and every one of you, but I have a heart. I have been in the same shoes of the people who are trapped in Sudan, and I want them to be brought to safety. I care about the mothers. I care about the people who are sick. I care about the children, because I know it's so difficult. We have the disabled there. If they cannot walk or if they are blind, who can take care of them? It's me, and it's also you. So thank you for your time, for listening. Take time. Ask yourself, what can I do? Thank you.
So phenomenal, Dr. Akwad. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ambassador Suleiman Dandara. If you wanted to say something before we transition from here, I can do that. ولا انتوا لو ده انت قعدوا كمان ونكونتينيو مع كلاب. انا فكرتي كان ننتهي من هنا and then we move on to Clubhouse. But I know I do see we have a lot of audience on the Facebook as well. So في كلام ده تقولوا ambassador, you can go ahead and say it. انت you are muted. You are muted. تفضل.
ده اقول كلام مهم في الموضوع ده. احنا المفروض ينضموا لنا كلارا وريلا، كان المفروض ينضموا لنا في
موجودين. انا ممكن نفتح المايك وممكن ندي فرصه.
بعدين خلينا نشكر وزير البترول، لانه برضه رسل 10 طيارات، عنده 10 رحله. ومش كده، رسل الاندر سكرتري بتاعه اللي هو ميان وول، موجود الان في فلج عشان يقدر يرتب الرحلات. ومش كده وبس، كمان يعني قدر يطلع من الشركات التنكر بتاع المويه، يعني قدر المويه الناس قاعدين يشربوا مويه. ده حاجه مهم جدا. انا لازم الزول اللي بيعمل حاجه لازم نشكره، عشان كل زول يعرف فلان عمل حاجه وفلان ما عمل حاجه. فده الشكر بتاعي. عندي بقيه التيم بتاعنا موجودين. الزول اللي بيقدر ينضم لنا، شوف الزول المنضم لنا في الفيسبوك. انا كنت شايف،
انا ما شايف اي زول جاء
ما في زول في حتى كلارا كان انا رسلت لكلارا اللينك في ماسنجر. كلارا كده راجع اللينك في
كلارا موجوده في كلاب هاوس، ولكن لو في فرصه يمكن تجي في فيسبوك بكون كويس.
حتى باشمهندس وريلي برضه لو بيقدر يجينا ده بيكون كويس. لكن خليهم يقولوا كلامهم لانه عندهم اضافات كثير برضه احنا محتاجين نسمع منهم. لانه باشمهندس وريلي وفي منون هنربل منون وفي هنربل كلارا تحت، خلينا نسمع منهم بالترتيب. وبرضه انا سمعت انه الدنج ده يوك منضم لنا، برضه انا محتاجين نسمع التشجيع منه. وبعد كده دايرين نفتح ذاته التبرعات. لو اي زول داير يتبرع لنا الباب مفتوح له يجي، لانه نحن عاملين الشو ده للتبرعات. هناخد فتره، احنا جاهزين نقعد شويه يا جنكر، ما حيكلفنا. لو في الكلاب هاوس هنقعد، لو في الفيسبوك هنقعد، فخلينا نقعد شويه. اي زول ذاته الناس اللي في الفيسبوك يشوفونا يتاكدوا انه في تبرعات قاعد تمشي.
اوكي جميل. انا رسلت لينك لكلارا while we are waiting كلارا عشان ينضم كمان. ممكن ندي فرصه لاستاذ اوريلي. استاذ اوريلي افتح الميكروفون بتاعك عشان احنا كمان نسمع منك. في نقطه قبل انا وضحت لك نقطه انه الناس يعني الطائرات ما تودي الناس كلها جوبا عشان يكون في تكدس، وبعدين يكون في مشاكل ثانيه. الناس جايبين الناس كلها في جوبا وناس عندهم قضايا بتاع اراضي ومشاكل كثير. احنا بنحس المسؤولين، لان ده نقطه مهم جدا على فكره. قد يكون في ناس مترددين ما عايزين يساهموا، ما عايزين يكونوا معانا في مركب واحد، لانه بيشوفوا ده ذاته كمان هيكون في نوع من التزحم في جوبا، وهم عندهم قضايا بتاع التزحم في جوبا. ف I hope انا اتمنى انه يكون في نيو دايركشن، يعني زي ما هم. انا رسلت رساله، قلت لها رسلت رساله لسيدنا عبد الباقي النائب الرئيس 3 يوم اللي فاتت، انه يا جماعه لو في رحلات بتمشي، الرحلات دي كلها ما تمشي جوبا، لان الناس دي كلها ما ماشيه جوبا. بعدين في ناس موجوده في الرنج وفي فلج من زمان، ناس كان دايره تمشي جوبا وما لاقي فرصه. الناس دي قاعدين يمشوا يجيب في الصفوف الاماميه ويخلوا الناس اللي كانوا جايين من الخرطوم، فكلامنا ما بتيجي. لكن هنا لو الرحلات دي اتنظمت، انه في ناس ماشيين تجاه بحر الغزال يركبوا من هنا ويمشوا، الناس اللي كانوا دايرين يلبطوا ما يقدر يلبطوا يعني. فدي نقطه مهمه جدا جدا يفترض انه يكون فيه. استاذ اوريلي are you ready؟ ممكن تفتح الميكروفون.
Yes, I am.
Okay, and احنا دايرين نديك an opportunity to weigh in while we are waiting for Clara عشان ينضم لنا عبر كلاب هاوس. ومن كده طبعا هنا نمشي شنو ندي ادوار للكل. Okay, if you want to take break also, Doctora, you can do that. Get some water. We are okay. تفضل أوريلي.
Okay, thank you, John Kur, and the concern. Your platform, United Citizens for Change, and I salute all the team members on Facebook, on Clubhouse, and much has been said already, and I will just add some points.
Mm-hmm.
Dandara has made it clear that this group, the team, the volunteers, we are volunteers, and this group is less than 1 week, and it has broadly 2 objectives. The first one which we have been doing over the last, since our formation, was to mobilize resources. To mobilize resources from our people, especially focusing on diaspora. And when it's very important to note that when we mobilize resources is to help our people who have made the decision to leave Khartoum. I repeat, who have already made the decision to leave Khartoum. We are not the ones assisting them in making that decision. No.
Correct.
Our role is to help those who have already decided to come out and have challenges with transport. We use the diaspora fund to facilitate their transport to their destination, right? That's one objective. The other objective is for us to encourage sharing of information, right? Between the existing groups that are already working. Because in a humanitarian crisis like this, one of the most important tools is information. So there are initiatives already on ground, be it in Khartoum or in Juba or in other places. People have been taking their own initiatives in groups, in communities to help. So one of our objective is to create a platform for sharing information so that we utilize our resources properly. Also to advocate, to advocate for all stakeholders to engage in this process, right? So because we do understand that the magnitude, the scope of this crisis is huge, right? It's huge, and impact can only be delivered if we engage all our stakeholders. And that's where my interest is. My interest is to advocate with ideas and also make use of diaspora, not only money, but ideas to solve this grooming humanitarian crisis that we are seeing. Right. So when we say that this is non-partisan, non-political, the aim is to look at this crisis from the humanitarian aspect of it, so that we can have access to all of our human resources, our financial resources globally as South Sudanese. That's why we say politics should be put aside, and we look at this as an opportunity for us to pull a job together as people. Can we do it? Can we solve all the problems? The answer is no. Have we utilized all our resources? The answer is still no. But the yes is we're trying our best, right? Now, so far you have heard you have heard the good parts of our activities and things that we have achieved so far. Part of our job also we do is we go through in social media, we engage with people, we hear feedbacks from what's going on in the ground, so that this information feeds back in the loop for us to improve. And I will be naive to underestimate the role that the state can play in solving this problem, right? So that's why, like Dandara and the team in Juba, they do work with different stakeholders. We have seen the first initiative is the business community. They put out some resources and they did some jobs. And now we are also engaging the people who are in the government. It's out of our belief that they can make more impact because they have the resources, they have the diplomatic reach, they have the organizational capacity. So where we chip in is with ideas. The resources that we have so far, I have to thank people who we have talked to and have responded positive. People who are South Sudanese who have base camps in Fallujah and who have told me that they have actually took the initiative and opened their base camps for people because of the congestion going there. So I salute them for that. I also thank all the officials in the government who have taken up the task to do something. But I also send a message to those who are reluctant, for whatever reasons, to do the right thing. And history will mark them if they don't take initiative. And I do believe in that. Yes, this is something we all need to chip in. I do agree. But without the full support of the government, with all its resources, we cannot pull this through. What we are doing is symbolic. We have 1 million souls in the north. The US has 1,600 US citizens.
16,000.
Yeah, 16,000, yes. They pulled their diplomats, and today the Pentagon is making use of that window, which will end tomorrow, to pull all their citizens who have decided to leave Sudan. Compare that number to the number of our people and compare the resources that the US government have mobilized and compare the resources that our government has put so far. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If I say that we need to use the barges, the river barges, to transport people, and we have river barges in South Sudan. If nobody from the government is picking that, that's no longer an issue of lacking resources. No. When we spend time to help our people, we also expect other stakeholders to take things seriously. Right? That's a point that one of the things that I'm not happy with. Ideas can come from anywhere, right? But you do the right thing. Last thing I will say is the business community. So far, we are learning. It's work in progress. The first extract before the government's allocation came in was abrupt, and there were so many feedbacks that we need to change. Right now, the business community should be encouraged to give, but it will be good if these resources were channeled through the Chamber of Commerce, for example. We have South Sudan Chamber of Commerce. If businesses can put their contribution to to the South Sudan Chamber of Commerce. Then from one unit, they then design priorities, how to use that resources, right? We'll be setting a system that can be managed in a most effective way. So these are kind of ideas that we can share if there's communication, if we are receptive to positive contribution. So that's all I can say. Otherwise, as we say in all rooms, contribute, give the little you have. We are going to use that every dollar you give to help the people who have decided to get out of Khartoum. Thank you very much for your time, Jonko.
Thank you indeed, Ustaz O'Reilly, for your perspective, adding all this valuable information. I don't see Clara is coming in. I already sent the link a while ago, but it seemed like she's
I'm here in Clubhouse.
Well, we were sending you said that you need link on the Facebook.
I did. I tried to get there, but I couldn't do it.
It didn't work. Okay. If that's the case,
yeah,
if that's the case, we can hear from you as well from the Clubhouse, and then we move on. لكن أنا كنت بطلب من ضيوفي في الاستديو إذا كان في كلام ده أنت تقوله المفروض تقوله عشان إحنا ترانزيشن نمشي للكلاب هاوس كان بيكون كويس. يا وكده إيه. فكلارا كده give me one moment. في دكتورة في كلام ده تضيفه عشان قبل ما نمشي كلاب هاوس مرة واحد بالمرة.
Yes. Thank you very much, Brother Jonkor. There was some information that I forgot to give earlier. Before coming live, I had spoken to Mr. Akwe, and he had mentioned that the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs have donated 80 tents. A tent can take up to 6 people, so that it can now serve 480 people. Also, the plane that leaves from Juba, they are going to start taking food in it and take it to the people in the areas of Foloj and Rang. 3 buses, according to our information officer, Mr. Jock Munchok. He mentioned that there were 3 buses that were organized by our team down there, those of Mr. Akwaj. The first bus had 100, the first bus or lorry left from Kalakla and Dulles. It took 187 people. The second car from Haj Yusuf, 219 people. From Joborona, it was 200 people. So a total of 791 people have reached the Rang area. The UNHCR mobile office have started working. As soon as the first bus reached, they started uploading those people and taking them to places where they can stay. So to our community, collectively, we can do a lot. One person cannot do anything, but if we join hands, we can do something. You can come with an idea, you can come with money. You can use your hands to serve. You can cut the trees and make an area where people can sleep. You can clean the water, you can clean the area, you can organize the people. Know that God has given you a gift. I would say now is the time to use it. Use it to help. And for those of you who are doubting that this money is going to be eaten by the people who are used to eating money, this is what I have been doing all my life. I give, and what you do with that money is not my problem, because I gave it from here. And if I pray that this money is going to go to the right people, like the group that I see now have gone all the way to Rang, then I'm happy. I have done my part. What are you doing? I want you to stop complaining, and I want action from you. In any way you can. You can talk to the people in the government. You can talk to the business people. You can come up with a great idea, because God has given you a brain. Come up, come and tell us. If we make any mistake, I apologize on behalf of the team. And we are willing to learn. As Warilla had said earlier, Engineer Warilla, he said it's a learning process. But remember, what matters is the intention. We intended to bring these people to safety. If there are things that did not go right, this is where we come in. You come in too, and you tell us you could have done this better. You can bring water. You can bring food. You can bring tents. Go and ask the humanitarian office. Go to the First Lady's office. Go to Lukak. Go to Bibi Ali. Go to Atang Amos. Go to Achai Wir. Go to the different associations that we have, because I know for sure that all the associations in the US, they have money. Talk to them. Let them donate something. Any amount, we will accept it, because we know if you change one person's life, you have made a difference. And making a difference is what we want you to do. We want one day when people ask, what have you done? Then you can say, I saved a life. I helped in bringing South Sudanese to safety. I helped by giving them food. I helped by giving them water. What did Jesus say? He said, feed my sheep. Give food when you can. Those of you who came as refugees like myself to the US, we were helped. Just imagine if the US government and the NGOs had decided they don't want to help. The lost boys would have still been in the camps, but they are good people with a good heart. If we have come out here, what did you learn from that? What can you do? Do your part. God bless you. Thank you, Brother Junker, for using this platform to invite us. I will be happy to go to Clubhouse as well. Come up with ideas. Bring us back next time. We will update people as to how we have improved to do things in a better way. How much money have our Sudanese, beloved Sudanese, give? Because I know deep down you care, and you will give that money that we want from you to donate. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Okonichol Didut. I really appreciate you for coming in. It's so impressive, great message to our people that actually help is start from here. This is all about humanity. So I really appreciate that for taking initiative, and it's something that coming from your heart. You know, this will influence more and more people that wanted to help. They will ride this train of helping our people who are trapped in Khartoum. I really appreciate it. Dandara, كلمتك كثيرة وننتقل إلى كلاب هاوس. شكرا ونشوفك هناك دكتور أكواد في كلاب هاوس إن شاء الله.
أول حاجة جنكر خلينا نشكرك أنت. نشكرك كثير على المجهود. بالمناسبة يا جماعة، جنكر ده معانا 4 يوم من يوم ما بدينا، الخميس، الجمعة، السبت والليلة الأحد. 4 يوم. 4 يوم إحنا قاعدين نتكلم يا جماعة. 4 يوم. ناس الدكتور أكواد ده إحنا قاعدين 4 يوم بالليل. ماما أنتونيت ده أنا بنوم وبقوم بلقاه لسه هي قاعدة، وما إنها هي في بريطانيا.
قاعدة في كلاب هاوس الآن.
يا موجودة في كل مكان موجودة. ها منون بيجي من الشغل مرات بيجي الساعة 12 بالليل ما بنوم بخش معانا. أنا داير أشكر الجروب ده كله، الفريق ده فريق رائع، فريق جميل، فريق مليان إنسانية، فريق مليان يعني مليان محبة للمواطن الجنوبي. والمواطن الجنوبي ده يستاهل يحبوه يا جماعة. المواطن الجنوبي ده مواطن غالي، لأنه عمل أي حاجة للناس عايزينه منه في الدنيا. أفتكر ما في مواطن قدم الحاجات المواطن الجنوبي قدمه. أنا حررنا الخرطوم، أنا حررنا نفسنا، حررنا الناس. حس شعار الدكتور جون في الحرب الحسنة ده، الناس كله قاعدين يتكلموا عن السودان الجديد بتاع الدكتور جون. تخيلوا يا أنا ذاتنا ما قاعدين نتكلم فيه الآن في خرطوم. ناس مش زول تاني، حمتي كيف بيتكلم عن السودان الجديد. مواطن الجنوبي ده مواطن يستاهل نخطه في راسنا هنا، نرفعه في راسنا لما نكون في الكوارث. خلينا أشكر كل الناس. يا جماعة خلينا أختم كلامي بكده. ربنا خلقنا، وربنا أكرمنا، جابنا في محل أن إحنا آمنين فيه، شغالين كويس. عيالنا هسه زي بنتي جادة، هي دفعت $50 للتبرعات بتاعت اسم شنو بتاعت الترحيل الناس من الخرطوم. وهسه جايه من برا اصرت قالت هي دايره تدفع حاجه. قلت لها ليش؟ شنو؟ قالت الخرطوم ينقذ الخرطوم. شوف افكار بتاع، ودي بنت عمرها 9 سنة. ما بالك نحن الكبار يا جماعه، ما بالك نحن الكبار. نختم كلامي بكده يا رب يا جنكر. ربنا قال لنا شنو؟ تعليمات. ربنا قال اكرم الرب من مالك، اكرم الرب من مالك ومن باكورة غلتك. الغلة يا جماعة ذرة شنو؟ ده كلام ربنا في وين؟ في أمثال 3:9. ده مثل من دندريا قاعد يقول لكم ربنا يا بقول لما ما ربنا ما موجود هنا. نحن يا ربنا. انت لما تكرم ربنا انت بتكرمه في الانسان. انت بتطلع قروشك تديه، ما انت بتديه باسم ربنا، لكن بتديه لمنه؟ للانسان، الانسان المحتاج، المواطن الجنوبي. في ده في ناس بيقول 3 يوم ما اكلنا. قصص خياليه سمعناها في الفيديوهات يا جنكور، صح؟ قصص خياليه سمعناها وحيتكلموا عنه ناس التحت، بعدين حيتكلموا عنه زملاء التحت. انا هديهم فرصه هم حيتكلموا ويحكوا لكم الحاجات دي كلها. دي ما مسؤوليه بتاعت الحكومه بس. ما نشيل اي حاجه نحطه في راس حكومه بس. ما احنا شنو يا جماعه؟ الانسان الحر انسان مسؤول يا جنكور. الوجه الاخر للحريه المسؤوليه. انت لو ما مسؤول انت تكون حر كيف؟ الحريه ده معناه انت مسؤول اي حاجه يحصل انت مسؤول عنه، في بيتك، في عيالك، في جيرانك، في اخوك. دي المسؤوليه. شكرا جنكر على المجهود بتاعك. وانا بناشد كل الناس بتاعنا الكلاب هاوس. انا برضو خلينا اشكر مديد على الفرصه اللي هو ادانا له. هنمشي لكل زول، هنمشي لإدوار، هنمشي لجونو تشانغ، هنمشي لبشير، هنمشي لمكانجي، لانه نحن دايرين كل زول يدينا ان شاء الله. زي ما قلنا يا جماعه ادينا $، ما تدينا قروش كثير يا اخي، ما دايرين منك قروش كثير، ادينا $. زي ما قال جنكور اذا نحن 1000 اقصد 110,000 موجودين في امريكا بس، لو كل زول دفع $، نحن بنلقى $110,000. شكرا جزيلا جنكور. ممكن بعد كده هنا نمشي كلاب هاوس. عندي التيم بتاعي موجودين هناك، حتسمع منهم كلهم. اديهم الفرص. كلارا موجوده وكل التيم ده تحت حنسمع منهم الكثير. شكرا جزيلا.
شكرا. With that, and I thank my guests here on the studio, and from here we will transition to the clubhouse. Thank you Dr. Accord. Thank you Ambassador سليمان دندرف. كنت ضيف عزيز علينا، وننتقل الآن إلى clubhouse. شكرا جزيلا.
Thank you.
شكرا دكتورة. شكرا جنكر.
لناس الموجودة في كلاب هاوس، نحن جايين وبعد كده شنو نواصل حديثنا. ونحن دايرين الناس تتبرع، الناس دايرة تتبرع ممكن بعد كده شنو يجينا بتبرعات. بندي الفرصة أستاذ موسى. بعد ما نحن نختم هنا I think you would be the next. بعد كده الأستاذ أميغو، وبعد كده نمشي للخط تحت كله. شكرا جزيلا يا إخوة.
Kutubutong kalurin kayang rajaban Pajogdi chulol ko Pajogdi chulol ko Paliwara twing Golwara twing Bolame
Go ahead, please.
We're quite my yell Wakwanye kwaj mayeldi Na chog nugalu Kacheleu ke banchi wel major Kwaj mayela chelaban me kwayodi Womayelo jabay modina Jabal Modina, Nanjola Lutin, Logan, Namaduro, Anade, Warrior Kiting, Ranate, Warrior Kiting, hey, Atake, Panaku, Quiet Japan, Karafoot, Quiet Japan, Wago Magia, hey, Albanije, Karafoot, hey, Albanije, what, hey, Albanakuma, Gomaya Hilo, Jabal Modina, Nanjola Lutin, Logan, Namaduro, Anade, Warrior Kiting, Ranate, Warrior Kiting, hey, Atake, Panaku.